reveals who is the most powerful mortal in Universe 7. After the great battle that Goku and Vegeta had against Granola and Gas, things got much more complicated from the moment that Gas asked the dragons of the Dragon Balls of his universe to become a much more powerful, the most powerful warrior in the universe. This meant that even Vegeta and Goku, with their incredible powers of Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct, could not be able to defeat the one who had once fought even Bardock as a child. Things started to get much more intense when Goku and Vegeta were fully expending their energy and at the same time getting stronger to defeat the enemy. Even so, they needed to team up with Granola so that Granola could resolve the situation and launch a final blow on Gas. Even with all those attacks combined, he wasn't able to defeat Gas. It was not enough. Gas still continued to get stronger until the moment Frieza appeared again on that planet, and Frieza showed the power of Black Frieza, showing that he had surpassed both Goku and his instinct and Vegeta with his Ultra Ego. Black Frieza's powers was entirely different, as Frieza had already become the most powerful being in the universe because he wasn't training in Universe 7. He was training in an empty dimension that was not part of that universe. At that moment, we can see the power discrepancy between Frieza and everyone. Frieza ended up eliminating Gas with extremely high ease. However, still, when all that was over, Goku and Vegeta continued their training alongside Whis and questioned Whis. Frieza was the most powerful mortal in the universe, and Whis began to smile, saying that there was no such thing. There was another mortal who was the most powerful. At that moment, everyone began to wonder, who would be this one powerful being? Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button and subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. For a long time, everyone began to question who could be that mortal who is the most powerful of all. Or would it be the prodigy who could raise his strength more and more and make things start to happen in a different way? Several questions began to be created and thoughts also began to occur in the midst of all this. After all, who could show a power as high as Goku and Vegeta? Except Frieza, of course. Who could raise their abilities, making everyone start to wonder who could get so powerful? For a long time after all this happened, the Earth again experienced great difficulties. It seems that Goku and Vegeta already imagined that a battle would take place. But at the same time, they needed to get stronger for the training they were carrying out directly on the planet of the God of Destruction. At that moment, Goku and Vegeta brought Broly to fight, or at least to look at their training, since Beerus was enraged with everything that was happening. Beerus says, "Hey, how dare you bring that Saiyan here?" Again. "Hey, how dare you bring that Saiyan here? I did not authorize you to do this." Goku starts watching and says, "Yeah, it's because Frieza is back here in this universe. So Frieza might want to take Broly and dominate his hand, you know? Just like he did earlier, causing Broly to start attacking everything and destroying all of his universes. This would happen and cause a major imbalance to start happening." At that moment, Beerus looks up and says, "I couldn't care less what Broly would or wouldn't do. The decisions are totally different. You cannot want to interfere in the decision of a universe, or whether or not you want to think of something as if you are gods of destruction. I would never accept those things you want to do." At that moment, Goku begins to reflect and have a completely different thought. Broly begins to observe Goku and Vegeta's fight and ends up even being surprised by the level of power that the two ended up reaching, and realized that they were actually much stronger than when they fought in the first time. But Broly starts to get excited knowing that he can also get stronger by increasing his powers even more. Broly is an extremely powerful being, as you know. In fact, Goku has already compared him once even with the God of Destruction himself, saying that Broly would even be stronger than Beerus. But even though Goku never saw the real power of Beerus, if only to deduce what the strength over him was, Broly still increased his strength even more and had extremely high potential. But when we talk about potential, there is still another hybrid Saiyan who manages to raise his power, and in his fury, his moment of rage surpassed even Goku and Vegeta's powers. This Saiyan would be nothing less than Son Gohan. Whis had already noticed in his future vision that Gohan would fight against Cell Max, that Ultimate Gohan would reach a form never seen before. It was this form that Gohan began to train for a long time after he no longer wanted to transform into a Super Saiyan. a form in which his hair turned white, his eyes red, and his energy combined the power of Ultra Instinct with the power of Ultra Ego. This transformation was the transformation that even Goku and Vegeta could fight together, a power that transcended anything beyond comprehension. This is the power of Son Gohan, the son of Son Goku. At that moment, Goku still didn't know that Gohan had reached that power and that Vegeta was also able to increase his strength even more with the Saiyans among themselves. They still didn't know the difference in each one's abilities. There was a time when Saiyans only had the same transformation according to the evolution of each one with their body. We could see that each one reached a totally different level. Gohan reached his beast form, Broly reaching his berserker form, Goku reaching his Ultra Instinct power, and Vegeta his Ultra Ego. That way, each Saiyan raised a force in a different way. One of them could be more powerful Saiyan than would surpass Black Frieza himself, but that is a question that only time will tell. So hey, what do you believe in? What do you imagine about all of this? Is Gohan the being who surpassed Black Frieza? Broly with his power would be more powerful, or even Goku and Vegeta? Are Goku and Vegeta the ones who ended up surpassing Frieza with new training?
After Beerus' death, Whis and Goku are about to face Dark Goku, Dark Vegeta, and Dark Piccolo. Ready for the battle, Goku and Whis begin to concentrate. We are finally about to witness one of the greatest battles ever fought. Goku is in battle position and he's the first to leave. At that moment, Goku raises his ki and flies to the sky, and then Goku leaves upon the corrupted warriors. At that moment, Gohan takes the lead of the other warriors and goes against Goku. They begin to exchange incredible blows. Gohan uses his speed to attack Goku, throwing several punches and kicks. Goku manages to defend himself despite being a little tired. After a few minutes between Goku and Gohan's battle, Goku becomes enraged and transforms into his Omni Goku form. The battle starts to get tense. Neither one of them backs down, nor one of them leaves a gap. At that time, Goku Omni takes distance and unleashes a sphere of ki. Gohan, upon receiving the impact of that blow, begins to slowly fall from the sky. After Gohan's downfall, Goku says, "That is all your power? I could easily end us all." Goku, who is out of breath and tired, had already fought before and saw his comrade die in front of him, doesn't look back and continues to say, come on, I really want to defeat you, Dark Goku." And then we see Piccolo with his arms crossed and saying, "Get ready. Here will be your tomb and all of your warriors." With a ton of arrogance and irony, Dark Piccolo continues with his arms crossed. And at that time, we see Piccolo raise only a single arm, and with his hand closed and only one finger pointed at the opponent, he fires an extremely different ki. This ki had a reddish color and had small rays in it, and it was like a small sphere. After releasing his ki towards Goku, Piccolo says, "Now die!" At that moment, the strangely abused ki hits Goku like shockwaves. Goku feels his entire body being electrocuted. Goku starts to fall from the sky too quickly. He recovers and uses his teleportation to go in front of Piccolo. And then as he approached, Goku Omni is face to face to Piccolo. It was so unexpected that Piccolo got a fright. His face changes after Goku from close range fired a wave of energy into his chest. Yet another Dark Warrior has just fallen. Piccolo dies, leaving only Dark Vegeta in Dark Goku. We can see that Goku is almost out of strength to continue the battle, and then Goku says, "Now it's just the two of you. Get ready to fight." Goku barely manages to stand up but still doesn't give up. So Vegeta says, "Why do I have to finish this worm? He's already almost dead. It would be a complete waste of time. But since there's no other way, I'm going." At that moment, when Dark Vegeta was going after Goku, Dark Vegeta with his speed is reaching Goku, but at the same time, something interrupts him. Whis enter in front of him, and with a single blow of his staff knocks Vegeta down and says, "I'm just returning the favor you did me." So at that time, another warrior has just fallen, and Whis says to Goku, "Lord Goku, get some rest now. It's my turn to fight. Thanks for clearing the path for me." Whis, with a smile on his face, continues to say, "Lord Goku, don't you dare to die until I come back to heal you." Goku then responds, "Mr. Whis, What else are you going to do? He's too strong. Whis continues to speak. I know, Lord Goku, but I'm already an angel without a master. So I will do my best to defeat this dark version of you. You're not like Lord Daishikan to be able to save yourself. Then Dark Goku starts to say, You intend to fight me or keep chatting there? Whis then speaks. It's my turn to fight, and I will defeat you and offer Mr. Beerus victory. Goku then descends to the ground and he lies down, tired and panting with multiple bruises. Whis then in battle position readies to fight, starts going to Dark Goku, who is waiting for him as if nothing is happening. Whis starts to spin his staff, creating a wave of wind, and as he approaches Dark Goku, he shoots that gust of wind. Dark Goku starts laughing. At that time, he says, You came here to cool me down? I can't believe you're going to die like this. Angels don't have that much power. They are the most powerful in the universe, and I want to see. Show your strength! Whis is silent for a moment and begins to focus all his energy. Whis begins to emanate a white and silent aura as if he was at peace. In a matter of seconds, Whis disappears. It is no longer there. Whis is now in front of Dark Goku, starting to give several blows. He starts throwing punches with absurd power. Whis' punches were so powerful that they caused pressure in the air. The kicks were also powerful. They could cut through the winds. But in the midst of all this, Dark Goku didn't care about the blows. He managed to block them calmly. Then Dark Goku starts to fight back the blows of Whis that until now is only defending itself. Dark Goku retaliates with some unsuccessful punches because Whis didn't give gaps in his defense. So he keeps attacking until finally he lands a punch in Whis' stomach. The blow was so powerful that Whis instantly spits blood. Then Dark Goku continues to attack Whis, who feels Dark Goku's blows a lot. Whis will just be thrown to the ground that opens a huge crater. And quickly Dark Goku grabs him by the hair and starts giving Whis several kicks. At this time, Whis says, I'm sorry, Mr. Beerus. I couldn't. He's almost lifeless. He feels a tear run down his face. Then Dark Goku throws him to the side and says, Was that all? Is that all you've got, Whis? Your powers don't compare to mine. When Goku sees that Whis was on the ground, he becomes enraged and his body begins to change. Goku transforms into Goku Omni again and goes towards Whis, picking him up. And he says, Mr. Whis, how are you? Oh, you're not good. Whis, who could barely move, says, I couldn't defeat him. Lord Goku. Goku then says, No, don't worry. It ends here. Goku puts Whis down again and goes on top of Dark Goku. And he starts shooting blasts of ki at his sunset that doesn't even bother to move. Goku uses his speed and continues shooting his ki spheres. And he goes towards Dark Goku, and as he approaches, he stretches his arm back and punches Dark Goku's face very hard. And at that time, Dark Goku is thrown away, destroying several mountains behind him. When recovering, Dark Goku sees that Goku is not joking around, so in battle position, he prepares to attack Goku. Upon going up to Goku, he starts throwing punches and grabs Goku by his feet and throws him away, making Goku fall on Whis, who is lying on the ground, almost lifeless. Goku quickly gets up and concentrates his ki and goes to his second Omni transformation. At this time, Goku goes up to Dark Goku and surprises him by launching a ki blast that doesn't even come close to hitting him. So Dark Goku says, What was that? I wasn't even close. I guess it was supposed to hit. I'm afraid you'll have to improve your marksmanship. Then Goku smiling says, Don't be in a hurry. I have time to finish you off. Dark Goku, when enraged, goes on top of Goku with a frightening pressure. Every step Dark Goku took, the floor under his feet cracked a little. When getting extremely close to Goku, he prepares to fire his attack that would end Beerus' life. With a somber tone, he says, Hakai. Quickly, Goku does the same and says, Hakai! With the powers in collision, we see Dark Goku and Goku tries to hit each other. Dark Goku, who had just learned to use this technique, does not have enough control, so he loses control and is hit by Goku's power. Upon getting extremely injured, Dark Goku says, "This is not over!" Then he opens a portal and picks up his fallen companions and disappear.
Goku advanced through the palace of the God of Destruction of Universe 11. Meanwhile, on Planet of Destruction in Universe 7, Beerus began to analyze everything that was happening. At that moment, Vegeta had teleported himself to the Planet of Destruction and was still carrying out training alongside Whis. At that moment, Vegeta says,
"It's been a long time since Kakarot ended up leaving here. Does that mean he managed to get Beerus into a trap? Looks like things are going to get a lot more complicated around here, Mr. Whis. I don't know who is really right, but the God of Destruction decided to attack Kakarot, and Kakarot did nothing for them."
Whis starts talking. "I understand, Mr. Vegeta, but it seems that the gods of destruction begin to have a vision of the oracle fish that a Saiyan could destroy everything in the future. They made an association that would be Mr. Goku, since because of him the Tournament of Power took place. That Tournament of Power caused great catastrophes and had great concern with everything that would happen. Mr. Goku managed to get stronger and stronger. He even managed to defeat Moro. Moro, the one who was a supreme being who had already finished and destroyed everyone. That devourer of words, just like a god of destruction, Moro just swallowed planets, while the gods of destruction eradicated them. Now he wanted to overcome a god of destruction. He managed to raise his strength more and more until the moment he reached extremely scrupulous levels. But that wasn't enough for Son Goku. Son Goku managed to defeat him. Over time, we saw that Granola and Gas had requested to the dragons of their universes for them to become the most powerful beings in the universe. Even so, Lord Vegeta, you, alongside Goku, managed to become more and more powerful. Don't you find that a bit strange?" Vegeta begins to reflect. At that moment, a loud bang starts to appear. On the Planet of Destruction, Vegeta starts to watch and says,
"What is this?"
At that moment, Whis starts to laugh and says, "It seems like he's finally breaking free." A large crater opens on the Planet of Destruction, and at that moment, a large temporal rift opens in the sky. From this temporal rift, a transition of time and space appears, and who appears is Beerus, the Destroyer. And he says,
"Damn it, Son Goku! How dare you trap me in this empty dimension! I will destroy you!"
Beerus had gotten loose. At that moment, Vegeta starts to observe and says,
"Does it mean that Kakarot was able to trap Mr. Beerus the Destroyer in that empty dimension? This really is something unreal. Looks like things are going to be more complicated now. But Mr. Beerus certainly didn't want to kill Kakarot. If he used his Supreme Hakai form, he certainly knew what he could reach. He got his highest level."
Beerus begins to observe and speaks.
"Well, Whis, are you getting another Saiyan here?"
Whis responds, "Mr. Beerus, I don't understand you. After all, you were Mr. Vegeta's real trainer. He learned Ultra Ego from you." At that moment, Beerus starts to reflect and says,
"Why am I doing this? I cannot understand. After I decided to make the decision with the gods, everything seems to go crazy."
Beerus speaks.
"Vegeta, get off this planet! I have nothing against you!"
At that moment, Vegeta starts to laugh and says,
"If Kakarot managed to trap you in another dimension, I will be able to do that too. After all, I am more powerful than that worm. I want to test my powers."
At that moment, Whis starts to laugh and says, "It looks like Beerus, the Destroyer of Universe 7, is being underestimated by more mortals. I think you shouldn't have fallen into that trap, Mr. Beerus." At that moment, Beerus observes and activates his Supreme Hakai form and teleports himself in front of Vegeta with a face of who is going to perform the Hakai and says,
Vegeta, don't you dare try to face me again. Today I confess to you that I'm not in my best days. I'm already reflecting on the decisions of the gods of destruction. Maybe they're not the most correct. At time that I stepped directly in the empty dimension, could I understand what Goku must have gone through? Perhaps the decision to act before Goku has done something and blame the mortal before he has committed a crime becomes something wrong. That crazy Goku Black decided to cause all the destruction and make all that catastrophe. Being that he was Zamasu, as we learn of Zamasu's decisions for Trunks' future, we were able to finish him off in the present. But now, things are different. Goku is not wrong in the decision. That's why he fought against me without thinking of anything, without caring about anything. But I don't know. We don't know if Goku is turning to something good or bad. If it is something bad, then he is a target for all the gods of destruction. There are gods of destruction with weaker levels. But there are other gods who are stronger, more adulous. To get to them, things will be more intense. But now I can see. I can remember everything Goku did for those planets. All this time that I've been sleeping for 53 days. The Earth and every other universes pass through intense complications. Maybe it's time to return Goku a favor for what he did, without letting anything go unbalanced. I will train you one more time, Vegeta, and we will end this intrigue between the gods. Whoever it is, we are going to defeat the gods of destruction. Until the moment we find Goku in your journey.
Vegeta begins to observe and speaks.
That's the decision of the god of destruction of Universe 7.
Whis begins to observe and says,
It seems like there's a drawback to every god of destruction's decisions. Never imagined Beerus the Destroyer to be back against the gods of destruction for a mortal. Interesting.
Vegeta begins to be excited and says,
That's right. Now I will be able to test all my powers against the god of destruction.
At this moment on Universe 7, Goku walked through the next floor of the Palace of the Gods of Destruction Belmont. At this moment, Goku encounters himself with a known voice that says,
I was waiting for you, Son Goku, since the Tournament of Power.
At that moment, Topo from Universe 11, the successor of the God of Destruction, was in front of Goku. Goku smiles and says, I could have imagined that you would be here, Topo. A new battle is about to begin. With the two smiling, they prepare themselves to the fight. Goku had defeated Topo. Goku's power level was increasing each time, and every time the Saiyan surpassed another stage in Belmont's palace, Goku knew that great challenges would still await for him. Goku begins to reflect.
He's definitely waiting for me up there. There were several beings that faced. Even Topo couldn't beat me. I keep asking myself, to what level can these guys reach? Is the god of destruction of this planet really that powerful? Before the Tournament of Power started, as far as I know, all the gods of destruction have fought against Mr. Beerus. Even so, Mr. Beerus managed to leave with a certain advantage. After the Tournament of Power was announced, all the gods of destruction began to believe that the great catastrophe had occurred due to Universe 7's fault, mainly by me and my god of destruction, who were to blame for all this happening.
At that moment on the planet of battles for Zenosama, all the gods of destruction challenged Beerus, and Beerus showed his mastery of Ultra Instinct and managed to fight against all the gods of destruction, something that all the gods of destruction had difficulty accomplishing. The god of destruction of Universe 7 proved to be very powerful by being able to perform the same power. Beerus, the Destroyer, for a short period of time managed to defeat all the gods of destruction, until the moment that had the outcome of his battle against the Mouse Kitela, god of destruction of Universe 4. The battle was easily interrupted by Daishinkan, At that moment, we had different information about the gods of destruction, as if several gods had just let Beerus win the fight, as if this was just a strategy to test the powers of the god of destruction of Universe 7. Was Belmont, the god of destruction from Universe 11, one of the gods who apparently just wanted to observe Beerus' fighting style? What was Belmont up to? Belmont's Palace of Destruction, Universe 11. Belmont was next to his servants and receives the news that Topo had been defeated. Belmont says,
So Topo was defeated by Goku! If only Jiren hadn't gone to an empty dimension to train to get stronger, I could let him take care of that! But by the looks of it, I'll have to resolve this all by myself surely!
At that moment, Belmo draws cards from his hands and begins to reflect and says, "Let's see the power my cards have for me today." At that moment, Belmo draws a card from his deck, and when he pulls the card, he sees the image of Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, reflected. Belmo says,
Looks like this will be interesting.
Beerus' power manipulation card worked since when he fought in Xenosummer's tournament against the other gods of destruction. Now his powers will be momentarily mine. Until I finish this idiot of this mortal coming from your universe, Beerus. I'll be lending your powers. I remember we were so close to winning the Tournament of Power until the moment when Son Goku activated his Ultra Instinct Mastered and ended up winning the Tournament of Power with all those warriors right there. And that was real daring against the gods. I would never be able to forgive someone who does something like that. Well, now I have the power to end them all. Observation. Belmont's powers, besides being very high as a god of destruction, they manage to get bigger in the moment he copies the enemy's movements in one of his cards. Belmont lets himself be defeated by Beerus just so to copy his movements with Kitala, the god of destruction of Universe 4. Belmont laughs. This will be your end, Son Goku! Goku continues walking in Belmont's palace and says,
This fight against Topo really got me tired.
Margarita says, Well, Son Goku. You did very well in every battle you had up till now. I was really impressed to see all the performance you achieved. Does that mean that your powers increase more and more according to your level of rage? This will be interesting. Managed to defeat Topo and even the wrath of Belmont. It seems that the challenges have come to an end. If I tell you that the next door you will find the room of the god of destruction, would you believe it? Goku gives Margarita a serious look and says, You're making a fool of me. Surely there's something behind it all. You're fooling me. And you can't do that. Margarita starts to laugh and responds, Of course I am. You didn't think it would be so easy to fight the great master Belmont, did you? But know that you don't have much to do. If you don't come this way, the only space you'll have to do is retreat. And if you backtrack, you will go back to the beginning of the Belmont's palace. You know, Son Goku, you can only go forward through that door. All you have to do is realize it. Soon after, Goku begins to reflect and says, She's right. I don't have much to run to. Not a choice. Just like you gods will pay. Goku walks to the next door and is faced with the gray room. Margarita appears and says, Son Goku, let's see how you do with this challenge. How far are you able to go? If you manage to pass this challenge, be aware that the next door is really where it leads to the God of Destruction room in the God of Destruction Belmont. But if you can't resist this challenge, well, your end will be stuck here because no one will ever be able to show up and save you. At that moment, Goku says,
Be quiet! I'll pass any obstacle. Just watch.
At that moment, Goku hears Beerus' voice.
Well.
No, again.
Well. Looks like you're here to fight me again, Son Goku. I'll turn you to cosmic dust now.
Shortly after, Romoshi's voice, the god of destruction from Universe 9.
Goku, you will now pay me! The fist of the god of destruction of Universe 9 is much more powerful!
Scared, Goku says.
What? It's impossible! Mr. Beerus, you were supposed to be in Universe 7! And this other god, I killed you! Damn it, what's going on here?
Up of the palace of the god of destruction of Universe 11. Belmont starts laughing and speaks.
Looks like my trap to Son Goku to revive the last warriors he fought came true! This will be spectacular! Now I will be able to see who will show their true power. It makes me realize more and more how amazing my skills are. I want to see you get out of that, Son Goku.
To be continued. Did Goku fall into Belmont's trap? What will Goku be able to do in the face of these battles that await him? So hey, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.